Hey guys, welcome to Between the Plays. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Laid Way Back, aka Easy E, aka Chef E. Today we're going to talk about some sports topics, man, so we're just going to jump right into it. So first thing I want to talk about is the Miami Dolphins, man. Well, Tua just went down. They just placed him on IR. He's out for the next 4 weeks. My question is the Dolphins season over? They just picked up from the Baltimore Ravens practice squad Tyler Huntley. And don't get me wrong, he's a decent quarterback, decent backup quarterback, right? Fifth season in the league, total career touchdowns 8, total career interceptions 7. So, in my opinion, he's by no means elite, but it is what it is. 68% completion rate career and 5.7 average yards per play. So, I mean, he's okay. My thing is when it comes to the Dolphins and Mike McDaniel's offense, it takes a special kind of quarterback. You can't just plug and play any type of quarterback in that offense. It does take a special type of person. So I don't know. We will see. We will see. Next topic I want to get into is the Florida Gators. Oh boy. Everybody's calling for Billy Napier to be fired. Don't get me wrong, as a fan, I'm calling for his ass to be fired too. But we also got to fire the AD, Scott Strickland. Scott Strickland has been there since 2016, hired from Mississippi State. Since 2016, he's hired 3 coaches. Jim McElwain was already there when he got there. Dan Mullen, which we know how that turned out, and Billy Napier. Billy Boy, as we gonna call him. Billy Boy, because they need to fire Billy Boy. So, I don't even know where to start, man. I really don't. The AD, Scott Strickland, you don't get 4 chances as an AD in the SEC to pick a coach. It doesn't happen. You don't get that many chances at your job to make a mistake and not produce. It doesn't happen. They will move you out of there immediately. So I'm sorry, Scott Strickland. Even though you've produced 11 national championships in women's and men's tennis and women's and men's track and field events, outdoor, indoor, and in baseball and softball, you've not one of those 11 national championships has come in football. Not one of them. That's unacceptable by Florida standards. Sorry, we are a prestige program in the state of Florida. To not have one national championship in football, that don't cut the mustard, sir. So I think the AD, athletic director Scott Strickland, you got to go. And then Billy Boy, you got to go too. You have to go. Billy Boy has the 3rd worst coaching percentage in Florida history. The first one is from 1946 to 1949. Raymond Wolf had a 3.59 percentage. Then you got Josh Colby from 1936 to 1939. Before I was a twinkle in my father's eye, either coaches, right? He's at 4.19%, excuse me. And you got Billy Boy. Billy Boy's at 4.29%. Horrible. 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 Terrible, like they say, like Cleveland say. Terrible. Just horrible. He got to go, man. He has to go. He doesn't have a winning culture. The team in the locker room, Billy Boy, you may make great men. You know, those 60, 70 guys in the locker room may turn out to be great individuals. But what does it mean if they aren't producing anything on the field? You are here to win games, to win championships, not to make great people. So, sorry, buddy. You got to go, Billy boy. Yeah, you got to go. Which brings us up on the next topic. If Billy Boy leaves, who's going to be the next coach at Florida? I've heard rumors of bringing Urban Meyer back. Urban Meyer came out publicly and said he's not coming back to coaching. He's happily retired, doing whatever he wants to do. People are talking about Lane Kiffin. I personally don't know if Lane Kiffin will take the Florida job. Not that it's not attractive, but Lane Kiffin is running the show at Ole Miss. He is the man in town. And I am not 100% sure that he will be the man in town in Gainesville. Just my thoughts. So, I don't know. I truly and honestly don't know. But Scott Strickland got to go. Billy Boy, you got to go too, man. Time to get you up out the paint. What's our next topic? Oh, yeah, the other stanky team in Florida. Florida State Seminoles. Mike Norvell is officially on the hot seat. He is 0-3 to start the season for this year. Looking at 0-4 coming up. We're going to discuss that later. Coming up against Kyle. He's just like Billy Boy. He is creating a losing culture at Florida State. And here's why I say that. Last season, you had, I think it was reported more than half the team opt out of the bowl game. In my opinion, to walk out on your brothers like that, that's a losing culture. That is a losing culture. To say we're not going to be here for our teammates, our other guys, that's a losing culture. And he promoted that. He gave those guys the opportunity to opt out of that game. I'm just saying. His career at Florida State all-time coaching career is 31-20. That's pretty mediocre, in my opinion. I think Florida State probably will be making a change on their head coaching soon. That's just my opinion. Who? That's just a toss-up, just like the Gators head coach. It's hard to say who's going to want to step into either one of those chairs. I would say Florida State has a more winnable upcoming team than Florida Gators do. They got some players at Florida State. Florida, I don't believe, has the same caliber of players. I think that Billy Boy dropped the ball in recruiting. Yeah, he picked up DJ Lagway, I think his name is. But what other 5-star did he pick up? What other 4-stars did he pick up? Yeah, exactly my point. Mike Norvell, 1-4 in career time bowl games. That's an ugly statistic, bro. 25%. That ain't cutting the mustard, man. That ain't cutting the mustard. So, I think Florida State will be looking to make a change. I think Mike Norvell is still in the contract. I'm not sure until when. I need to look that up. But I think he'll be heading out pretty soon. I think he'll be getting out of there soon. So, that being said, let's take a look at some of our NFL picks coming up for Week 3. Got some interesting games coming up. I'm going to just run through these real quick here. Let's see here. New York Giants at Cleveland. I'm going with Cleveland. And these are just my picks, guys. Chicago Bears at Colts. I'm going Colts. Texans at Vikings. I'm going Texans there. Might be a good game, though. Eagles at Saints. I'm going Saints. Also, I think it'll be a good game. Chargers at Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm going Pittsburgh. Broncos at Buccaneers. Give me Buccaneers on that one. Green Bay Packers versus Tennessee Titans. Give me Green Bay on that for the upset. Actually, I don't know. Let's change that pick on that one. Let's go Tennessee on that one. Carolina Panthers versus Las Vegas. I'm going Vegas. Miami at Seattle. I'm going Seattle. Detroit at Arizona, going Detroit. Baltimore at Dallas. That is interesting. I'm going to go Baltimore only because I feel like they got something to prove this week. They can't start 0-3. It's a tough hill to climb if they start 0-3. San Fran at the Rams. I'm going Rams because San Fran has a lot of players hurt this week. They have a lot of players reported out. So I'm going Rams for the upset. Kansas City and Atlanta. I think that'll also be a good game. That is, I believe, our Sunday night game. I'm going Kansas City because it's freaking Kansas City, man. Monday night, it looks like we got 2 games. We got Jacksonville at Buffalo. I'm going Buffalo. And we have Washington Commanders at Cincinnati. I am going Cincinnati. NCAA picks. We're going to try to make these a little bit quicker. I'm not going through all the teams. I just got a few games I want to run through you guys real quick. Miami at USF. I'm going Miami, but don't be surprised if USF pulls an upset. They held their own against Alabama a couple weeks ago. Not saying they're scoring lights out, 40 points a game, but they held their own against Alabama. That's a statement within itself, right? Tennessee, I got Tennessee over Oklahoma. Tennessee looks impressive, although it is against smaller individuals, picking on third graders, so to speak. This will be their first SEC, so this will be their first real test. But we will see. I got Tennessee for the win. Clemson over NC State. Clemson is looking hot outside of that loss to Georgia. So I'm going to pick with them. Michigan over USC. I don't think that USC can put up enough points against Michigan for the win. Although USC's defense does look strong. And Michigan's running back has not showed up. He is on the milk carton. I haven't not seen that or heard from that guy at all. So I'm still going to pick Michigan for the upset, though. I got LSU over UCLA. I think LSU will pull that one out pretty decently. Georgia Tech over Louisville. That is going to be a good game for me to watch. Looking at Georgia Tech versus Florida State, although it was Florida State, Georgia Tech looks pretty darn good. So I'm going to pull them for the upset over Louisville, who's ranked number 19 in the country this year. So we'll see. And Utah over Oklahoma State. That's going to be a pretty good matchup. I think that's number ranked 13 and 12. That's going to be a pretty good matchup. Utah looks pretty dang good as well. So I'm going to pick them for the upset over Oklahoma State. So that's it for this first episode, guys. Thanks for joining me this week. If you liked it, please hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know what you want to see on the next show. Please comment, and I'll catch you guys next week. Thanks.